YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. Oh, back with yet another news story that required my immediate attention and a cigarette. So here's the deal, people. There is a bill right now attempting to be passed in South Dakota that in essence would make it legal to murder abortion doctors. Right now, the law under consideration would expand the definition of justifiable homicide to include killings that are intended to prevent harm to a fetus. Which, again, it could basically legalize the murder of abortion doctors and consider that murder under the umbrella of justifiable homicide. The bill is being sponsored by the state representative by the name of Phil Jensen, who is a committed opponent of abortion rights. And, yeah, so basically it's adding a language to the definition of justifiable homicide by stating, and y'all, you know I'm reading directly from here, right? By stating that a homicide is permissible if committed by a person while resisting an attempt to harm that person's unborn child or the unborn child of that person's spouse, partner, parent, or child. So theoretically, if this law were to pass, it could conceivably allow a woman's father, mother, son, daughter, or husband to kill anybody who tried to provide that woman an abortion, even if the woman wanted one. Now, in a situation like this, and y'all forgive me, I'm trying very hard to leave my own opinions on abortion out of this video. But I will say this. To me, it is so characteristic of the religious right and right-wing conservatives to even conceive of a notion like this, that it's the Animal Farm theory to me. Yes, we are all equal, but some are more equal than others. Yes, the Bible says thou shalt not kill, but apparently there are some exceptions to that rule, like as though there are loopholes. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable to me. South Dakota has one of the lowest abortion rates in the country because they have some of the strictest abortion, like the most restrictive abortion laws in the country. There has not been an abortion provider in the state of South Dakota since 1994. And according to this article, Planned Parenthood flies a doctor in from out of state once a week to see patients. Women from the most remote parts of the state drive up to 6 hours to reach this one clinic. Again, one clinic in the state of South Dakota. And under the state law, women are required to to receive counseling and wait 24 hours before undergoing the procedure. Some of the other particulars regarding a woman attempting to obtain an abortion in South Dakota are that a South Dakota doctor must offer the woman the opportunity to view a sonogram. Under a law passed in 2005, doctors are required to read a script meant to discourage women from proceeding with the abortion. And I quote, this is from the script that doctors are legally required to read to women seeking an abortion. The abortion will terminate the life of a whole, separate, unique, living human being. That's what a doctor must read to a woman that desires an abortion. Now, again, these abortions conceivably could be sought as a result of rape, as a result of incest, as a result, there are so many variables there. And, again, this is the part where I'm trying not to shove my own opinions in the middle of this. But this is the thing. Whether you are pro-choice or pro-life, we are talking about a medical service provider performing a medical procedure. And if, you know, and we're, at the end of the day, we're still talking about murder, by however you define that. You know, and what murder can truly be considered justified if it means taking someone's life. I mean, I don't understand from a, you know, if I was to take a pro-life stance, I don't understand how, if I consider abortion to be murder, that another murder somehow negates or justifies or, you know, explains the first murder. It's a lot to wrap your brain around, but this is the information, y'all. And I mean, where I stand doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I just wanted to bring the information to y'all. South Dakota, get it together. Please get it together. Because, I mean, no woman that I've ever known, despite what, you know, right-wing sensationalists might say, no woman that I've ever known skips her way into Planned Parenthood for that kind of procedure. It is all too often the hardest decision of a woman's life to undergo something like that. And you're never left the same way walking out that you were coming in. Regardless of whether you have regrets or not, that will always be ingrained in your mind. I say all that to say it's difficult enough as it is. And some women simply feel that they can't not take what is inside them to term for whatever reason. And those reasons, you know what I mean? When we start dictating, you know, what should happen, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to say it. When we start dictating what should happen to a man's body, then we can revisit this entire conversation. Until then, because now I'm pissed off, this is your girl Jahira signing the hell off, and one love. Absolutely ridiculous.